There's a genocide happening in Palestine. That's what's being told to the new Canadian Prime Minister. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Tal the Traveling Clat, your favorite white colonizer. Let's take a look at this clip.
Mr. Carney, there's a genocide happening in Palestine.
Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, subscribe to my channel. We're about to hit 400,000 subs. Please help us hit that goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diana. I'm aware, which is why we have an arms embargo.
Last night at the rally, there was a protester who, it was hard to hear, I believe said, there's a genocide in Gaza. One of the first protester that interrupted your speech said, there's a genocide in Gaza. And I believe your response was, I'm aware, that's why there's an arms embargo. So I just wanted to clarify what you heard. If you said, I'm aware, what were you being aware of? Are you conceding it's a genocide in Gaza?
I didn't hear that. Actually, I didn't hear that word. You were there, I guess. And yeah, so it's noisy. There's you get if you're up there, you hear snippets of what people say. And I heard Gaza and that, and my point was I'm aware of the situation in Gaza, and Canada does, as you know, and it's a matter of public record. We do have restrictions since probably January of 2024 on arms exports or permits for arms exports to Israel, with the sole exception of the Iron Dome, which protects them more broadly. So look, didn't hear. I was stating a fact in terms of the arms restrictions.
My question is the same one I'm hearing from Jewish voters I've spoken to. With the NDP and the Liberals making their stances known, how will the Conservative government deal with Canada's Israel policy? And what will you do to stop the near-weekly hate marches on Canadian streets?
Thank you. This is a very important question. The rampaging chaos that we see in our streets, the targeting of synagogues and Jewish schools with hate, vandalism, violence, fire bombings of synagogues, these things were unheard of 10 years ago. We've always had debates and disagreements about foreign issues in Canada, but those disagreements did not spill into violence on our streets. People left the violence abroad. That's why they come to this country, is to live in peace and in freedom, so that disagreements can play themselves out in debate, not in fire bombings and physical violence. The Jewish community feels understandably under siege as these hate marches and anti-Semitic outbursts have become an unfortunate part of Canadian life. And frankly, the Liberals have encouraged these divisions. We see what they do. They say one thing to one group and then exactly the opposite to another group. They turn Canadians against Canadians, and they've been doing it for 10 years. And what is the consequence? 251% increase in hate crimes. 251. Now, to be clear, we can't blame all of that on the October 7th attacks, because there was already more than 100% increase in hate crimes before those attacks occurred. This is the direct result of radical liberal policies and divisive rhetoric that has driven our people apart. We will end that. We will bring in tougher laws to target vandalism, hate marches that break laws, violent attacks based on ethnicity and religion. Anyone who's here on a visitor visa who carries out law breaking will be deported from this country, and there will be very serious jail time, and on top of that, fines for anyone who carries out anti-Semitic vandalism or property damage. We need to unite our people. We need to get back to the country we used to have with regards to bringing people together. Used to be that people would come from around the world. They live in peace. They might have different political opinions. They might even squabble about those opinions.
Squabble.
But they didn't throw rocks at each other. They didn't firebomb each other's businesses. They didn't break glass. That wasn't how it was in Canada. We need to heal those wounds and bring our people together again so that everyone from every background feels safe. My closing message on this to Canada's Jewish community is you are not alone. You have friends. Canadians stand with you. You have the right to wear your Star of David, your kippah, and have your mezuzah on your door. You should feel proud to be Jewish, and you should never have to hide your Jewishness in order to stay safe. And as your Prime Minister, I will fight for your safety, your security, and your acceptance every single day. Merci beaucoup.
Well, Canada, you had that, and then you guys decided to vote in. But I didn't genocide, but I didn't hear when I started when I knew it was a genocide, but it wasn't exactly but genocide. What I heard, what was wrong was, I wasn't sure because I couldn't believe that when he said the word genocide, when I didn't know, I couldn't see what I believed was what was. This is the face of judgment. This is judgment. Canada. Canada. Can we admit you fucked up? Is it okay? Because when I was advocating for a puri and people were giving me shit for it, you're not Canadian, you're not... You know, I watched enough. I really did watch enough. And I saw enough, and I understood what we're dealing with here. And let's be honest. Mark Carney's not a good person. He's not going to he's not going to help Canada. He's going to make Canada a worse place for everyone, including the Jewish community. And it's probably going to embolden the pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas voices. But Canada, this is what you want. And so, tafadal habibtis. Enjoy. Have the time of your life with this one. We'll be in America trying to fight off this evil and hopefully succeeding. And some of us will be in Israel fighting off this evil. And you in Canada, follow the path of the United Kingdom. I'm sure it'll bring you a lot of success. Anyhow, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to help us hit 400,000 subs. Let's try to grow a bigger community than Canada. Maybe we'll start our own traveling clat country. And I'll see you guys next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, clats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.